number,
7.
no, the next one, under umpiring.
Umpiring point.
Yeah, penalty one, number 1, right here, umpiring.
The big paragraph.
Umpiring.
But I always got punished in class.
Nick.
To pay attention.
Umpiring. Speaking of foolishness, when a player fouls near a goal mouth, it should merit an award of penalty 1. This rule book is not for show. As an umpire, use it, make it work. It'll create a safer attitude.
Anybody ever blow a penalty number 1 here?
Yeah.
You did, here at this field?
No.
Okay. Is anybody here on a penalty number 1 on this? Is there a
Blown
penalty
or
1
being
in the deal?
blown?
Is there a penalty number 1?
Yeah, yeah.
You mean blown or being
Has it
blown?
ever been blowing here?
Does anybody blow here? Yes, yes, they do. I blow.
You blow penalty 1.
Yes.
And how do you know how you line up after penalty 1?
How do you line up?
Yeah, it's a 5-week.
Is
No, are you there?
right in
Goal
front of
given
the
and
goal
throw
line.
in.
Say that again?
Goal given and a throw in.
Right in front of the
Don't
goal.
give a throw in where?
Right in front of the goal.
10 yards.
Yeah.
Going the same direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Most
change sides.
The problem is if somebody does something deliberate or
No.
dangerous on the 10-yard line,
So again the same way.
no, it isn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
But, you know, dangerous, but the point is they do something. There's no penalty then. If you just give a penalty 2, they're getting away with something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
here, which
Yeah.
was deliberate. I
Yeah.
knew I was in the
But
wrong,
it's
but I
not-
played it to
it's-
save a certain goal.
Yes.
But nobody ever gives a penalty 1 if it's not dangerous. They only,
That's
I
my
think
point.
they should take away the
It needs to be-
or enforce it because, you know, if you're standing like this and someone's dribbling the goal, everybody has a poke at it and they never award a penalty 1.
I know, but the point is it's there for a good reason. You're doing very dangerous, foolish things in the last 5
Yeah,
years.
but then it's dangerous. But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
deliberate. If it's deliberate but not dangerous, then it's just a silly play. It should be a spot in front of
Well,
the
if deliberate, why are they there? Okay. Anyway, the point is, it's something to consider. Okay.
Number 7.
Number 7. Who would like to read number 7? Can I read number 7? Can you hear me?
Umpiring. Prior to throwing in the game ball, given emphatic no nonsense warning that all fouls will be whistled. Set the tone early and firmly. Get their attention.
That's fine. In umpiring, does your umpires here say anything before the game?
I've been talking throughout the whole. I said, captains, don't ask me anything, don't talk to me. If you ask me, straight away technical.
Umpires have no friends.
Exactly.
No friends. And you have to set the tone.
That's what I'm saying.
If you let a game get relaxed,
Yeah.
the whole game will be bad. The first minute, if you set the tone, the control, the game will be disciplined. And you never know, but you might be saving someone from serious injury.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's why I said.
Every year a D grade umpire will talk. Umpires.
The best thing I say to the teams is that the first warning will be a first technical.
I'm
There's no warning.
I'm D-grade umpire will go.
Okay, number 7. I'm going to go to number 17 now. But who's got Abhishek? Number 7. Right there. Number 17.
Hitting cages. Best designed the USPA foot cage by Jude Mark and Billy.
Yes. Has anybody got a hitting cage anywhere here in India? The hitting cages?
Yes.
Are they the full length ones where the ball comes back? If anybody, so hitting cage design, and everything is on this website. I designed it, I financed it with a Diane Goller. It's called the Mac Linfoot cage, and it lets the ball go 4 troughs and always comes back to you. And we used to take it and even put weights on the mallet, so it's like, you know, so it's more difficult in the cage. The cage is an extremely useful tool. It saves the horse, gives you a chance to practice with your tough shots all the time. You don't have any cages here? Or
Yes,
you do?
yes.
It's a full length?
Yes, full.
Yeah, it's probably not used so much.
Yeah.
Most polo clubs in England would have like one that they would use. I don't think people use
one or
it.
two here, I think the Capri and
One
Colorado, we built the cage.
they don't use.
And we let the tourists sometimes come under control and have a few swings in the cage. It was kind of used both for tourist and attraction, and but for many of the players before a game would go spend 20 minutes in the cage.
I know it's very good for practice, but hardly any.
Saves a lot of horses. You know, in the cage, we have metal things, the legs are all batted up in the cage. That each one of those would have hit a horse at that days. And let's go to number 18 on the positioning. Who would that be? What are we, Neil?
Morning.
Number 18.
18. Does it start with the word positioning?
Consider a slightly weighted mallet for practice. Works for baseball players.
In practice, you can wait them out. Go, take the word positioning here.
You have to read 20?
You can read right here.
Okay. Near side.
No,
Near side.
whatever. Right here, this way. Start with this foot out here.
When was the last time you read it? We all started. More priority here.
Positioning is half the battle. Pretty easy to hit well if you and the ball are in the right spot.
That's enough. We talked about it earlier. If you notice, sometimes it's so easy to hit the ball. So many of the -2s and -1s don't realize that there's a certain spot for that ball for every hit. And if you memorize that spot, you get your horse there, right? You notice how, like you notice your son today was not positioning, -2, but the point is, he was not positioning. And all he has to do is, what's the positioning is everything. You have to start that before you get to the ball, way ahead of time. You have the time. The superstars can do it from anything. I never could. Anybody else to talk about that?
I think just arrive correctly on the board.
Yes.
Right. And there's the other thing. Let's read. Why don't you read under the arm here? Regular arm. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Arm should be way out extended. Gives a smoother and further hit. Spot think of a sweet oblique small spot on the ball and strike through the ball.
There's an acronym, an abbreviation in the U.S. that several of the teachers use. People like Peter Grace in England and Udani. Position, arm, extension. In other words, if you position the horse right, you're going really fast. This is for -1s to learn the game. Position right, get your arm way out there, whatever the hit is, especially in that near side back shot. And then think about the small spot on the ball. So you don't look at the whole ball, you look at a tiny spot on it and follow through. Just a quick acronym. Well, many times that must be the Argentine Polo Association. Money to hire you as a pro. Okay. Let's read number 20. Number 20.
Awards. Remember your first goal scored in real game? Most rookies never forget it. Now that you are a veteran poloist, focus on proud moments to acknowledge and praise players who achieve a special moment. Matt Jason always did.
One of the things I developed at USPA is every club gets the most improved player award. It's a beautiful little certificate. And there's always somebody coming up, a -2, at the end of the season would like to be acknowledged as the best, most improved player. Do you do anything like that?
We do also. You give them cash award, not the award only the salary.
No paper, just money?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't get it.
Young. Young. You only give to young and upcoming.
That also right.
Roger, would you like to read number 20? Would you like to number 22?
22?
22.
Stay early, test ride your mounts, discuss with your teammates your game plan. Driving your car up at the last second and jumping on your horse is unwise and perhaps dangerous.
Right. Anybody do that here? Everybody come early?
Everybody.
Yeah, an hour at least.
You know, polo's a lot like romance. You know, you gotta get there early and warm everything up.
I think most of them, you know.
No, I think in Florida we've had many that are people that are not very good. They ride up their car and they get on right away on a horse. And they just go right to the minute the chucker starts.
Yes.
This one is expert.
He does it?
Yeah.
All the time. Well, that's terrible. You might how's he gonna make 9 goals? Another thing about conditioning. Would you like to read number 23 too?
Conditioning. Ride each horse.
Yes.
Those who lead.
Lose.
Those who lead, lose.
You know when you take one horse and you phone the other 6 for exercise?
Yeah.
3 or 4, whatever. 9-door bill infant leads you ride each horse. Each horse gets ridden, not just like, because the horse is getting used to the game and you're getting used to the horse. Would you like to read number 24 too?
And was it like this? Like last year we lost 2 horses because of they were not in
Condition.
conditioning or something? Or
That was more with the maybe those were a little older.
What's going on inside one usually doesn't know.
Yeah.
आदमियों को जाता है अटैक पहले किसको पता?
what was the reason? The fitness was the reason?
Internally they must be.
Yeah, internally.
But fitness not been half a second, half a minute you can't be fitness.
It's not a fitness.
It's not nothing to it. One horse died just within a minute of chakkar.
So probably it's not that.
Internally they must be safe. So I can't
It's like human being there.
When you miss a ball, don't take it out on your horse. And with whip horse first. Remember your horse is 90% of the work.
Has anybody here, has ever seen anybody in a polo field do something they're unhappy with? And does anybody think that's good horsemanship?
No, I don't think so.
There was a man visiting Hawaii years ago, a very famous man, that maybe you know, and he got on some of this horse. He got on some of this horse, they got off in the middle of the polo field in front of maybe 600 people. He took the whip, held the horse by the reins, took the whip, whipped the horse like this in front of all the people in the middle of the game, and then he just let the horse go. The reins and everything running back. And he's a very famous person. Very famous.
That's why you should don't take
Who did that?
Who did that?
Yeah, I don't remember right now. See me
Oh,
after
of course
that.
you do. Jeez. Who did it? I don't know.
If a man whips his horse unnecessarily, that's would you, an umpire, what should an umpire do?
Send off.
Right.
Send him off again.
Thank you. That's right, put him down. People don't put people down for a chucker of the game enough.
It's worse to hit your horse than to hit someone else. At least they can hit you back.
Well, very Irish remark. Okay, number 26.
The key to better polo is anticipation. Those who anticipate the next play or where the ball will be make winning plays. Think where may I contribute and position your horse early.
Say the next sentence.
When galloping down the polo field, try thinking Argentine open.
Billy Linfoot, first American with Argentine Open in 9-hole. Billy Linfoot was having a bad day. He was playing the Argentine Open, and the famous player rode up next to him and said, "Billy, if you do nothing else, try galloping down the polo field. Try thinking every second. You're not in the play. Let's say the game's what you're in this section. You're just not in the play. Be thinking what you can do to contribute. Don't just sit on your horse. Be thinking about what you can do. Take somebody out, do something intelligent, as opposed to just waiting for the game to come to you. Too many people don't be thinking all the time. First of all, you might be hurt. Hurt bad. Number 27.
Never turn your horse's head across the neck of the opponent's horse or slash the bit into the other player's arm. This is a foul, though often not witnessed by the umpire.
Has anybody had that happen here? Anybody just think the horse and Draper?
Yeah.
Pretty rude. The umpire doesn't see it. Just what it's a game about. What about number? Who's got number 28?
Fouls even a weird dance as the official is a foul for back home. Go on to the next play. Our great game is not complete.
Did you know that if you look at an umpire like, you know, raising your mallet up looking for a foul, which I saw quite a few times today, that's a foul. And you just, Corky Linfoot, if I just look at him, like, how can you, I went, what's that? He goes foul. Because even the look is an appeal.
Yeah.
He's a much tougher umpire than I would be. The number 28. Read number 28.
Winston Churchill said, Polo handicaps are possible to the world. Why is this stated? Be worthy of it both on and off the polo ground.
Anybody want to comment on that? Anybody here play Winston Churchill? It's true.
I think it's great balance.
Yeah. Polo is the greatest game in the world. I'm honored to have played it for over 30 years. But I think you got to keep earning your. It gave me entree. I wouldn't be. I mean, you know how you find jump was for polo. I played back in Chicago doing some crummy job. But the point is, it's an honor to play polo, and you have to keep earning that right. People, rascal Irishmen, you go to Rome and play polo, right? But if it wasn't for polo, you'd be back in Belfast doing something. Probably not as much fun. And you have to keep earning that right. Famous author said that. I want to wrap up. I know you guys, the gentlemen have been kind enough to be here. I want to wrap up. Thank you for coming. But a famous author one time said, polo has it all. Glamour, style, danger, and speed. It has it all. But you have to keep earning it. And I think my emphasis today was to have a little friendly discussion as well as some emphasis on safety. One more thing before I wrap up. How does anybody feel about, who feels about, let's talk about face guards for a second. I forgot face guards on here. Is everybody believe face guards are a good thing?
I think it's not a good thing.
Why is that?
I'm talking if the drum and your neck is snap.
I've heard that many times.
And another thing I had, because I got hit by a mallet once on my face.
Right.
And I was talking to the doctor, I said, I wish I could have worn the face guard.
Yes.
I would say. They said, no. The thing is that when the mallet hit you, just went past like this. In the face guard, it probably would have got stuck and had a more and a worse impact on your face.
Those are all logics that I've heard many times,
but
have never happened in the history of the Polo Association safety records. None of those things have ever happened. The other story is if you go down with a face guard, you'll break your neck. Never has that happened. That has never happened. If you buy a good helmet, a good face guard, especially the vertical ones, you will be very much protected. I didn't wear a face guard the first year, and a friend of mine named Sandy Parker in Hawaii showed the rest of his life with a patch, because in my second year, you don't know where the ball is every moment. 4 people I know, and I can give you their names, lost one eye while I played polo. And 7 people I know while I played polo 30 years. Now this is not worldwide numbers. 7 Americans I know died on a polo pitch. Died on polo. It's a dangerous game. Safety equipment. You know, more people get hit in the elbow, and we wear knee pads because they're cool. But more people get hit in the elbow. And some of the players in Santa Barbara in the U.S. are wearing some a little, you know, like a little pad on the elbow.
Yeah, we all.
A lot of people wear glasses and
and glasses are a good idea. You don't want to do the face guard. The number one reason people don't wear face guards is because they don't look good and they're not cool. That's the reason. You want your picture taken looking cool. That's the reason, the number one reason. Because I can tell you this, the face guard doesn't impede your vision. I played 30 years in one. And if you don't want a face guard, those are some wonderful plastic protections. But I have 4 personal friends that lost an eye. And I've been hit in the face guard, and I've been hit with balls and mallets. I don't know what happened. They can rebuild your face, but they can't rebuild your eye.
If you fall face first,
Would it like hurt your neck?
That's what many people
He's
don't
saying
know.
no.
There's
Not a single case, not a single case with
Look me in the eye. There's no record of that anywhere. But there's a solid record of loss of eyes. I only know 4 personally, but I'll bet you there's many more.
But why is it that why people are not wearing it?
Because they want to look, because guys like to look cool.
It's the argument trying to set the standard for whatever.
It's about also getting used to it, you know, you feel like it's right. You know, it's about getting used to
Nobody
it.
started wearing polo glasses. You started tank tops. Everybody
Glasses. I think more than a high go guys are wearing glasses.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You see the thing is if you get it to do the teeth, no? You can get them fixed.
Everyone wears
That's right.
I is not good.
They normally start wearing these cars. Normally young.
You see what happens? You cannot replace.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, girls think scars.
Okay.
You protect your eyes.
A gentleman named George, a USPA official, told me he was in Kentucky playing polo. He said, Patrick, I didn't know if I didn't umpire. When you say play, you got to say it loud. But all the players don't know you're not. He didn't umpire, said play softly. So the number 4 is knocking the ball in, and George didn't know where it was. So he turned to see what was going on, and as he turned, the ball hit him here, and he said, I left my eye in a trash can in Kentucky. Because he didn't hear the word play, and because he's looking for the ball, and the ball arrived at the same moment. And the point is, these things happen. And it's a great game. You don't need, you can play it intelligently too. Anyway, I know face guards are not popular in Argentina, and they're not popular in most countries, but they're very successful in the U.S.
What's your experience that you said you've been playing with?
I didn't play for 1 year with it, and then I finally had one made for myself with a vertical. I make them now commercially, but I found the vertical stripes nicer, and it covers the whole head. And when I first got the USPA safety committee, I used to make a little bit of humor that in my polo club in San Francisco, that all the handsome men had to wear face guards. And then I would say to my friends, if I was like you, Nick, I'd say, I'll get you a waiver. Get you a waiver, since you're obviously not that good looking. The point is you gotta have some humor. And I'm an advocate of face guards, I'm an advocate, I played very aggressively, and I'm on video all over the place. I was a very aggressive player. However, I thought I played wisely. I had concussions, I broke my foot twice, my wrist, I'll give you another great expression. If you play polo, it's not if you get hurt, it's when. Yeah. If you play polo, you're going to get hurt. Guaranteed. That's how much. The world's greatest game. Just play it wisely. And thanks for having me. You're all invited to one. No airplane tickets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anybody that's contributed